Hi, good morning. I haven't even been up for a half hour yet, and I have to make a video about this. Every morning since I watched Dr. Stephen Greer's press conference that he held on Monday, I have been burning with passion, because I finally see an end to this world that we have been living in, this world that everyone complains about every single day. And people say, gosh, I worry so much what the world is going to be like for our kids and our grandkids. And now we have been shown a way. We have been shown the way to cure world hunger, cure world poverty, fix the environmental crisis, all with this 0 point energy that Dr. Greer is talking about in this conference. And nobody seems to be as amped up about this. Like, I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time understanding. Like, it's one thing to say you care so much about the future of this planet, but then when something like this comes out, to sit back and not take action. Like, I don't understand. And this isn't me judging. I promise you. I know that we are all on our different paths. I know, for people that haven't been on like this raising your consciousness path and haven't been aware, like most of us have all been aware of all this stuff that they're talking about in this conference. But what makes it different now is that there are military personnel that have had firsthand experiences with the stuff that Dr. Greer is talking about coming forward. Whistleblowers. They said in the conference there's one, they're coming forward like one, I forgot what exactly the number was, but like one a day or one every couple of days. Okay, and these are people that they're putting their lives on the line because people have been murdered. These as they're calling them, these dark, like these black forces, I think they're calling them. Forgive me, I only just learned about like this aspect of it, like that. So forgive me if I'm not up to par with the terminology, but I'm not one that gets hung up on terms. Like, it's the message here that we're talking about. Like, they're these black ops or dark, and I don't even like using that term. We'll just call them these darker forces that have been controlling us for years. They are, the list of crimes that Dr. Greer listed is mind-blowing. Crimes against humanity. And these groups have tortured, killed, blackmailed, bribed any of these folks that are trying to come forward with this information. These super brave folks, like they're putting their lives on the line for this, and it's time for us to pull our heads out of the sand and say, look, we have the potential for change. We have the potential to make the world, the future, the world that our kids and our grandkids deserve to live in. We can't keep living in the dark. We can't keep living in our own little bubbles, just pretending none of this is going on. Because if you watch the press conference, if action isn't taken on this, there are going to be dire consequences. I'm talking ending life on this planet as we know it, consequences. So this isn't just about exposing that that there is other life form other than us. That's huge. That's a big part of it. But it's so much more than that. I will touch on that for a minute, like the other, the whatever term you want to use, aliens, ETs, I forgot the official term that they're using. Again, forgive me for that, but I've only watched it once. It is 3 hours long, so I'm going to go back and watch it and the first time I watched it, I was so fired up. I was like, finally, all this stuff that all of the light workers have been talking about for so long, like we're finally going to see change. And I know I'm not the only one, because I was talking to some other people, like they were yelling, screaming, crying, clapping, watching this thing. So like, it was highly emotional for me. So I need to go back and watch it. So I can take in like the technicality of it, like the proper terms and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get caught up on terms. So what can we do? Well, already the press conference, and anything, regarding, when UFOs is tagged, like it's all being censored. There's a reason that this isn't out on mainstream news yet. There's a huge reason, because these groups, these black ops or dark forces, we'll just say that, they know they're losing control, and they don't want to lose control. They have controlled this world for years and years and years and years, and they know they're losing control, especially with this information coming out. So they are fighting back. They are the conference and anything on social media, it's being censored. I've heard of a lot of places where it's not even, it won't allow people to post it. And this is only going to continue. That's where we come in. We, as the people of, not just of this country, because this affects the entire world. This is not just our country. We need to start talking about this. We need to start talking about this in our groups, in our circles. We need to start spreading the word. We need to make people aware of what's going on, because there's far more many people on the planet than there are people in these dark ops. And so what else can we do? Raise our vibrations. Okay. How can I explain this for people that don't understand? Vibration. Okay. Everything is energy, everything, no exceptions. Okay. The only difference between me and this couch I'm sitting on is that I'm vibrating at a different level. Everything, even though you can't see it, like everything is vibrating. The particles are all constantly vibrating. Everything is moving. Okay. Emotions, fear, shame, those are low vibration emotions. Those are the emotions that these groups are using to control people. Because if you are vibrating, if you're feeling those emotions, and if you're vibrating at that low level, you lose your power. We cannot manifest from a place like that. You are powerless in that state of being, of fear. And that's exactly. I was just sitting here because I was going to watch more about this stuff on YouTube. And I turned the TV on, and I didn't put anything on right away. I see like 2 advertisements for these shows, these hypothetical shows of a tornado in New York City, and it shows the Statue of Liberty with their arms ripped out, and a tornado just demolishing this building. And then I saw another hypothetical, like, no, don't buy into anything that is fear, okay? Because this is how they are going to win, which they are not going to. The momentum now of the high vibrational people on the planet, it's too strong. They're not going to win. But this is how they're going to try. And this is how they're going to prolong it, is by instilling fear. I've even heard that they are going to, well, what has your take on ETs? I'll just use that term. ETs been fear, because everything has shifted our feelings to feel fear against them, and they're going to use this. They're going to keep amping it up. Though all the alien abductions that you hear of, those have been man-made, with their man-made UFOs that we have technology right now that would blow your fucking mind, like Star Trek shit, like, it's all been kept under wraps so that we don't know our own true power. I mean, think about it. If we knew that they had the technology to levitate 100-ton objects, we would know then that there's obviously other alternate forms of energy out there that we are not being allowed to use. Instead, we're burning oil, we're ruining our planet, we're gas, fossil fuels. Even Dr. Greer said solar and wind, when this 0 point energy, a lot of people are calling it free energy, but when this 0 point energy comes out, it will eliminate all utility companies, even solar, wind, and those are great sources of energy, but it will eliminate it all because, like I said, we are all energy. So think about that. If everything is energy, everything, does it make sense that we have a lack of energy? It makes no fucking sense. None. Okay, and they have the technology now to tap into this energy that is everywhere, and it's limitless, it's endless. And by doing that, they will again eliminate world hunger, world poverty. They will our environment crisis, this planet that everyone is so worried about. It will be better. It will end the world crisis. All these Fortune 100 companies, of course, don't want this. It's all about control, money, big business. I will say it like so I even was under the misconception that I thought our entire government was in on this. That does not seem to be the case. It seems that they have been kept in the dark completely about this. Our own president, like, so like Dr. Greer and this group that has been doing, this isn't just something that all of a sudden rose. They've been doing this for years and years and years, gathering enough evidence for the proof to be put out there. So it's not just someone's word against, like there's proof, there's databases, and just so much proof to prove that this is happening. So Dr. Greer and all these people that have come forward, they have put this information. Now this just happened this past week, okay? They have given this information that they have about all of this and given it to our government, and they are requesting that action be taken like soon. This isn't like we're looking 10 years out, like soon. Like these next couple years on this planet are probably going to be a bit tumultuous. So it's better for you guys to get in the know now, because it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. It is going to happen. This is what so many of us on the planet, like they call them light workers, the people that have woken up and that have been aware of this and that know that there is a way to solve this. We've known this has been like in the works. We've known that. I myself, a year ago, I started telling everyone that we will have world peace in 10 years. People think I'm fucking crazy, and that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. But I knew it in my heart. Like, nobody said that. I didn't hear that. Like, I knew. And so many of us know. That's why there are a group of us that are as fired up about this as I am. I'm not alone in this. Trust me. It's just, I'm trying to help the general public understand better what is going on right now and why it is so important for us to be aware of it. And this is the most important part, and I'm going to backtrack to the vibration thing. Fear and shame, we'll just go with fear because that's what's going on right now. Fear is one of the lowest vibration emotions there is. All of our feelings, all of our emotions give off vibrations, okay? And these groups, these dark forces, they are all very lower vibrational entities, people, whatever you want to call them. The way that we win, I don't like terms, but is by raising our vibration, because higher vibrations, if you raise your, okay, let me give this example. Since I raised my own vibration through meditation, through self-love, through love, forgiveness, unity, I have not had a single negative interaction, because when you raise your vibration, the lower vibrations cannot jump up and get you. It does not work that way. I know for those of you that are just hearing this, you're gonna be like, bullshit, but do your research. Don't listen to me. Do your research. Start studying vibrations on the planet, high vibrations versus low vibrations. Do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. It's not just, it's not just a bunch of hippies, and I mean nothing when I say that, because I am a hippie. So like, but it's not just a bunch of us hippies saying, oh, there's world peace, blah, blah. Like, no, there's scientific proof. Look at Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. Just Dr. Joe Dispenza, look him up once. He's been a scientist for years, and he's been proving that all this stuff through quantum physics, it's real. It's not just, and so like the scientists that have tried to explore these topics, Nikola Tesla for one, they have all throughout the years, throughout history, been ostracized, been ridiculed for trying to bring this type of science to light, because of these dark forces, these dark groups. They know that if this kind of technology, if that kind of science becomes mainstream, they lose, hands down, like that. So that's why all of this stuff has been, our own ability to manifest has been kept from us for years and years and years. And it's time to change that. So the vibrations, how do you raise yours? Meditation for one, mindfulness, being in the moment, like, and I know, trust me, hey, I've been on this path for a while now, and I still struggle. I am often lost up in my thoughts, okay? But just try to be in the moment. Try not to worry what's going to happen tomorrow, what happened yesterday. You know, the saying, if you put one foot in the past, one foot in the future, you're pissing on the present. It's true. Yeah, so just try to stay in the moment. Don't watch mainstream news, okay? That is all controlled by these groups. Do not do it. Do not do it. It's false. It's fear-mongering. It is only for the purpose of keeping your vibration low. Don't do it. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Forgive others. Realize that by holding on to anger and hurt from past things that people have done to you, that's only hurting you. That's not hurting them. Like, I heard this meme or analogy, like, the thought of revenge or holding on to spite for another is like drinking poison and expecting them to die. I think that's how it goes. It's only killing you. It's only eating away at you, not that person. That person probably could give two fucks that you're still mad at them. Really? I mean, think about it. So forgive them for your sake, not for their sake, for your own sake, and for the sake of the entire planet. Get out in nature. You know, oh, I get so much energy, so much renewal from nature. I love it. I love it so much. You know, be kind to strangers, smile at strangers. I've noticed if I smile at everyone, and I can just feel the energy being transferred from me to whoever it is that I'm interacting with. Energy transfers. Why do you think, like, if you're around a group of people that are negative, you know, you walk away from that feeling like, you know? Now, if you're around a positive person, you leave thinking, oh, wow, I feel uplifted. I feel good. Energy transfer. So keep your energy high. gosh, what are some, there, just basically do anything that you can to keep yourself elevated, to keep yourself in good spirits. Hope. Please have hope that we can change this planet. If we sit around and, well, nothing's going to change. Nothing's ever going to change. Well, that's the fucking reality that you're going to get. Like, our thoughts and our feelings create the reality around us. Again, don't take my word for it. Start doing your own research. But it is very much like, it is fact. Like, our thoughts and feelings create our own reality. So keep your own, your own mindset. Keep it high. That is the number one thing that we can do right now for what is going on in the planet. Self-love. I can't say enough about self-love. And again, I know it doesn't happen overnight. I know you can't go from a whole lifetime of hating yourself to, oh, I love myself. I know that, okay? But that is where the small things come into play. Meditation, 10 minutes a day. I mean, who doesn't have 10 minutes to sit in a quiet room? I mean, it really is that simple. And mindfulness too, just being in the present moment, that's huge. That is huge. So yeah, if anyone has comments of like more ways to raise your vibration or wants to help with this cause, I started a group on Facebook 2 days ago. There's already like 100 people. I have like 4 or 5 core people that are as passionate about this as I am, that, we're getting this going. We're getting the awareness going. And again, it is being highly censored right now. We have to work through that. We have to, as Dr. Greer said, it has to be a grassroots movement. We have to talk about this in our circles, spread the word, mouth to mouth. We still have mouths. We still interact with people every day. Everything doesn't have to be done on the internet. We as people have way more power than we have ever been allowed to believe that we have. So please, for the sake of our children, of our grandchildren, of our animals, of us, of our plants, please pay attention to what is going on right now. Don't just keep your head stuck in the sand. Please don't. And just know that we'll get through this together. I keep saying together we rise, because that's exactly how it's going to happen. Together we will rise, but we have to believe that there is hope. We have to know that we can and do have our part in this. All right. I think that's all I have for now. I'm on Facebook, Liz Foth, LizFoth. Find me on Facebook. If you friend me though, send me a PM too, because I there's just so many. I can't keep up with all the friend requests, and I've been burned in the past. So like I can't accept every single one of them. So please, find me on Facebook. The group that I created is called Dr. Greer's Work End World Crisis Now. And again, Liz Foth. Find me. Let's do this. Let's do this shit together. Like we've known that we can. So many of us have known that we can, that there's a better future for us. There's a better world for us. But it is going to take some effort, and that's where we come in. So thank you.